going to be checking out this Hiya Toys Monsterverse Godzilla versus Kong figure. This is the Exquisite Basic Kong 2.0, or basically the second version of this figure that's came out. And I did not have a Kong figure before this, so this is my first Kong figure, and I'm glad I got this one. It's pretty nice. On the side, you got, just says Kong 2.0, same on the other side. Bottom, just that. Top, just that. And on the back, it's just got another picture. And so no real bio information. It's just all manufacturing information. But they do have a QR code thingy, a QR scanning thing here, and the barcode if that helps anybody. And freshly freed out of his plastic prison, here's Kong 2.0. And I have to admit, this is a nice figure. Feels pretty substantial. It's got a little bit of weight to him. As far as checking out the articulation, he is pretty nice. He's got a little bit of updated articulation, particularly as he stands a little bit better, supposedly, because of his new feet, which are actually a little bit smaller. So you would think that they wouldn't stand as good because they're a little tiny bit smaller than the previous 1.0 version. But the articulation here at the joints down here is a lot better. So he actually makes for him to be able to stand a little bit better. And he is really similar to the 1.0 version, just some differences in the chest. The chest looks a little bit different. His beard is shorter. One thing I notice again on articulation, he doesn't look down as much as he as before, but it's still okay. And he does look up a lot. And we'll go through articulation here in a minute. Let's go ahead and take a look at what he comes with. So Kong comes with 9 hands, total of 9 hands. Here's his like knuckle walking hands, where you can have him, you know, like knuckle walking on his hands. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So those are nice. Next, he's got a pair of medium gripping hands, and these ones are a little bit tighter. So specifically, a little bit smaller than like a bigger set pair. Got these open gesturing hands, and those are nice too. They look good. Got this single larger grip hand, which I'm assuming is probably for the Mecha Godzilla head, so he can hold that. And they only give you one of these. Lastly, he's got his pair of stock fisted fists that come on the figure. We got the Kong Battle Axe, which is really similar to the 1.0 as far as I can tell. Just a little bit of shading differences. But yeah, it's nicely detailed. Looks good. Pretty cool looking axe. We get 3 heads that come with Kong, and this is the one that comes on the body, where he's kind of stoic looking. Yeah, check that out. He looks good. Yep, kind of looks like Grumpy Kong. And then you've got the snarling Kong face. Yeah, he looks like he's kind of angry. Like, dude. Yeah, check him out. That one looks really good too. And lastly, we've got the yelling face. And this one looks really good. Check out the detail on the mouth and the teeth. Yeah, his gums. Kind of looks kind of wet, like he's got, you know, his mouth is wet inside. It's done really well. I like this one. Yep. These are very similar to the 1.0 apparently, but they look slightly different, but the gestures are basically about the same as the 1.0. And lastly, for accessories, we got the Mecha Godzilla head. And this is cool. It looks like his jaw would articulate, but it doesn't. It doesn't move. It's static. There is a joint up here at the neck or the spine that rotates, so you can move this around. And I don't know if these glow under UV light. That would be an interesting test to see. Put a UV light up to this to see if they kind of glow. Don't know if they do or not. Possibly. But it does look cool. Yeah, make a Godzilla head. So he can hold this one with his one hand that's, you know, bigger around, like this one goes specifically for holding this. Yeah, that's really cool. I like this a lot. Cool accessory. Yep. Wow. A lot of detail. Yeah, it looks very good. Back to Kong. So let's just check out his articulation real quick. He's got these caps on his shoulders up here. I don't think this is a true butterfly joint. It does move up and down. It rotates like a bicep swivel, but I think these are just caps. So I want to say I'm pretty sure this is just a ball jointed type setup. But it does move back and forth, but it doesn't really feel like a true butterfly joint. So I'm thinking it's a ball joint, the way it feels with caps over the top, which is fine. he can bend his wrist or his elbow up to this much, like exactly like that much, which is like 45. I thought he went a little further, but I can't get this one to go further. You can put his arms up, high up, like that much. So basically a T pose. Yep, like that. Like I said, there's rotation up here on this joint, which is for, like a bicep swivel. His hands are on a peg system, but they don't really go up and down. There's no horizontal or vertical. Not that I can feel, just a tiny bit. And so I want to say that, even just because he's turned, it's probably just a peg system. And it doesn't have, I don't know that there's a ball joint in there. I think it's just a peg. So it just allows you to pop the new hands on and off. As far as the head can look down, like almost imperceptible. Not much at all. Let's get this arm out of the way. Yep, like that much. But he can look up a surprising amount. So yeah, so he looks up a lot, just not that much down. You can crunch him. He has two different points of articulation here at the waist. You can crunch him over forwards like that much. So about like that. And then he goes back. Let's see. Goes back. Let's see. Ooh, I want to say, just about that much. So he goes back a little bit. Yep, something like that. Seems like he would go a little bit more. There is a rotation up here at the top, and there's a little bit of rotation down here at the lower part, like that. Yep. And then, of course, the head does turn, so pretty standard. And the legs kick up like that far, which is, good 90 degrees. Not too bad. The knees, let's go through this real quick. The legs don't really feel like they have thigh cut, but it does rotate here on the hip joint. So there's a little bit of rotation there. Yep. The knees bend back. Oh, just about, I want to say less than 90. But there is good rotation down here at the feet. It does have pivot and swivel down here. So, and you can turn these. So that's good. That's probably what allows him to stand a little bit better. Yep. The legs go back. Not that much. That's as far as I can push it. So, yeah. And then he can go out. Oh, let's see. About that much. About that much apart. Yep. But he does stand with his legs a little bit, I think a little bit closer, a little more natural looking than 1.0 as far as I can tell. So it is what it is, but it's still pretty good. And, Godzilla needed a buddy here. So, yep. There's Godzilla and his buddy Kong. Yep. Let's do lunch, bro. Give me a high five. Yeah. So, and they scale well together. So you can see scale-wise, yep, about like that. So, yep, they scale good together, so which is nice. Very cool. But yeah, that in a nutshell, that's Kong 2.0. I think he's worth getting. I got this with shipping and tax and everything. It was about $70 with shipping and tax. And so it's not too bad. A little bit expensive, but not terrible. But he does feel substantial. He's not a cheap feeling figure. He feels substantial, which is nice. So, yeah. Well, anyway, guys, I guess that's probably about it for Kong 2.0. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It only takes a second, and it does really help the channel. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I really do appreciate it greatly. All right, guys. Well, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode out there. Take care, my friends. Be well.